Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
7 persons of interest report to cops. 7 of the 12 men who were named as persons of interest have turned themselves over to the St. Andrews South Police. The police on Saturday released a list of 12 persons of interest and 10 wanted men as they continue to investigate several crimes committed in the division. The 22 men were asked immediately to turn themselves over to the police. According to lawmen, 7 of those listed as persons of interest turned up at divisional headquarters at the Hunts Bay Police Station between Monday and Tuesday. These men, the police say, are being questioned in relation to various crimes. The police are advising those who have not yet turned up to follow the suit and come in and talk to them. Those listed as wanted are Ronald Simit, otherwise called Skull, who frequents Bronx Lane, Ashley Road and Bentley Road in St. Andrew, as well as Central Village and Topburg Road in St. Catherine. Simit is wanted for a case of wounding with intent. Romario Grant, otherwise called Cocker of Nelson Road, Kingston, he is wanted for murder. Albert Mitchell, otherwise called Bally, of Anderson Drive, Riverton Meadows in St. Andrew, who is wanted for murder. Marcus Ellis, of Riverton Meadows in St. Andrew, he is wanted for murder. Shantine Cardes, otherwise called Chassis, who frequents Union Garden, Green Road and Harborview in St. Andrew, he is wanted in connection with the shooting. Shawin Campbell, otherwise called Fato, or Stinger, of Majestic Garden, Kingston 11, he is wanted for murder. Anthony Reynolds, otherwise called Sonson, of New Haven, Kingston 20, he is wanted for murder. Jermaine Richards, otherwise called Richie, who frequents Anosco Road and Penwood Road, St. Andrew. Akeem Sibbles, otherwise called Reds, he is of dark complexion, slim build and about 5 feet 1 inch tall, he is wanted for murder. Quanto Green is wanted for murder. He is of a bleach brown complexion and about 5 feet 4 inches tall. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of these individuals is being asked to contact the Hunts Bay Police at 876-927-7778, the Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Housekeeper charged with housebreaking larceny. A 20-year-old housekeeper was arrested and charged with housebreaking and larceny stemming from an incident in his community on Monday, October 31. Charge is Joel Parkinson of Greenside District in Falmouth, Trelawney. According to police reports, a man reported to lock the dwelling of the house at about 7:30 a.m. and left for work. Upon his return at about 6 p.m., he discovered his house was broken into and several items missing, including US and Jamaican cash and a brown Jeep cross bag. A report was made to the police. On Wednesday, December 7, Parkinson was seen by a neighbor with the brown Jeep cross bag in Falmouth. He was apprehended by citizens and handed over to the police. Parkinson gave a caution statement to the police, admitting to the crime and was subsequently charged. His court date is being arranged. Penwood Early Childhood School renamed in honor of Fraser Price. The Penwood Church of Christ Early Childhood Institution in Waterhouse, St. Andrew, has been renamed the Shelley Fraser Price Early Childhood Institution. Fraser Price made the announcement via her social media account. I'm excited to announce that the very place I started my journey, where I learned my ABCs and ran my first race, Penwood Early Childhood, is now the Shelley and Fraser Price Early Childhood Institution, Fraser Price tweeted. They were like my second family, always there to support me way before I even knew I was going to become an elite athlete, so I'm giving back in as many ways as I can, she added. Fraser Price, who is widely regarded as one of the greatest female sprinters of all time, is a 3-time Olympic champion, 10-time world champion, 5-time Diamond League 100-meter winner. In addition, she ran a world leading of 10.62 seconds and historic sub-10.7 races over the 100-meter this season, the most by any woman in the history of athletics. PPV operators urged to cooperate with new road rules. Minister of Transport and Mining Audley Shaw is appealing to public passenger vehicles PPV operators to cooperate in the implementation of the Road Traffic Act and regulations to minimize disruptions in the sector. What I need from all of you after we have this special program of transition into our new system, our new act, our new regulations, is your commitment to follow the rules. You must commit yourselves to be disciplined, operate in a judiciary, respectful manner to your passengers, and let us just lift up the standards, he said. Minister Shaw was addressing the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services Road Safety Roundtable on Thursday at the Boulevard Baptist Church, Kingston. The regulations passed earlier this year made provisions to better apply the principles and purposes of the new Road Traffic Act 2018 in ensuring safety on the roadways. The regulations cover areas such as fitness, registration and licensing of motor vehicles, licensing of drivers, certification of driving instructors, and licensing of driving schools, traffic signs, speed limit, and rules of the road. According to a release on Friday, Minister Shaw said that the legislative measures will provide an opportunity for the streamlining of the sector. At this point now, where we are having a transition to a new act and new regulations, this must be a time for us to clean up the operations, he said. Minister Shaw met with operators and other stakeholders from the transport sector on the new road rules, which take effect shortly. The operators lobbied for a traffic ticket payment plan and expressed concern about having their license suspended for racking up significant amount of unpaid outstanding tickets. They also appealed for training and the installation of additional bus stops along the Constant Spring corridor where they can legally drop off pick-up passengers. PSOJ disappointed with government's late tabling of SOE regulations. The private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, has expressed disappointment with the lateness of the tabling of the states of emergency regulations that are currently in place. On December 6, Prime Minister Anjohones imposed SOEs in several parishes. In a statement on Friday, the PSOJ said it remains supportive of SOEs, but the government must be prepared and it must be executed properly with all the legal requirements put in place. It is the regulations that give the security forces the extraordinary power needed to deal with the emergency. Without the regulations being in place, the security forces are only able to exercise their normal policing powers, the statement read. It continued, while we appreciate that there may be adjustment based on feedback received, there is already too much noise around the use of SOEs for the government of Jamaica to add more fuel to fire. The PSOJ noted that this was not the first occurrence of the bundling of the tabling of regulations. The government of Jamaica can do better and must do better, the statement continued. On June 17, Deputy Prime Minister and Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang instructed that an investigation being carried out into the incorrect tabling of the regulations for the state of public emergency declared in the parish of St. Catherine. Road network review underway, Mackenzie says. The Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development is spearheading a review of Jamaica's road network to facilitate rehabilitation and the updating of records. This was disclosed by Portfolio Minister Desmond Mackenzie while speaking during Wednesday's contract signing ceremony for the Bedford Lodge Road, Eastern Westmoreland Rehabilitation Project at the Ministry's offices in Kingston. Mackenzie said the review, which commenced earlier this year, is being done using a geomapping system to assess the condition of roadways as part of the rehabilitation process. Using technology is one of the things that is helping us to see what kind of approach we need to take to repair these roads, he stated. Participants in the Youth Summer Employment Program has been engaged in the mapping exercise. Mackenzie noted that significant infrastructural developments undertaken within the last 10 to 15 years have resulted in the creation of new roadways. He said these are to be included as part of the updated record system. I think a lot of what we have listed as roads, some of them no longer exist, and some of them can no longer be classified as roads. So, we are doing this now to do an assessment of those roads to eliminate those that no longer exist, the minister added. Mackenzie, who pointed out to the mapping process will take some time, said that as the government places greater focus on improving road quality, increased resources will be allocated for this purpose. Next year, we'll be spending more on roads. Since 2016, the ministry has significant improvement in the allocations coming from the Consolidated Fund to assist in road repairs and maintenance across the country, he explained. Noting that the road network has deteriorated over the years, Mackenzie assured that the ministry remains committed to improving it.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.